Hey everyone, welcome back to my podcast, Totally Not Unbothered. My name's Alyssa and I'm the host, in case you didn't get that. I am so happy you guys are here. If you're new here, once again, welcome. I'm so glad you clicked on this video and I hope you stay for the whole thing. And if you don't, well, I still love you and you're still welcome back anytime. Anyways, as always, I'm starting off every podcast with a little recap of the week. Honestly, I'm going to have to start like taking notes or something about my week because half the time I don't even be remembering what I eat for lunch. Did I have lunch today? Yeah, I had a chicken sandwich. Two. You guys don't care about that though. Anyways, I'm going to have to start keeping note of what I be doing and just happen what the haps are during my week because I'm doing recaps for y'all. Okay, so let's try and think about this. So last Wednesday, episode 2 came out, and you guys killed it. I think it's at like 300 something views, which I'm very proud of. If only all of the people who viewed it would like it and maybe subscribe, possibly, maybe. Please, thank you. But, just a suggestion, of course. Just a suggestion. And then Thursday I didn't do anything. Friday I worked. I think that was I started my job at Dave and Buster's. I work at Dave and Buster's, guys, and it was so fun. I made a new friend, my trainer, who I think she might be watching this. I don't know. I guess we'll see. She is so funny and so amazing, and I'm so glad I met her. Yeah, she's amazing. Clock it, girl, clock it. She'll get it, I promise. Anyways, Saturday I also worked. No. I worked Saturday and Sunday with her. Yes, I think. Maybe possibly, I don't know. Monday, Monday was great, okay? I was supposed to go on a date Monday. Yeah, and then it got canceled. Actually, no, it didn't even get canceled because he just ignored me. He just didn't text me about it the whole day. So I was like, are we going on a date still? And he was like, no, I feel sick. And I was like, oh, so you waited the whole day to tell me that? Huh. Interesting. But then I did still end up seeing him. I saw him at like night. I drove 30 minutes, mind you, to his house. We got ice cream and then we hung out. Yeah. And it was all fine and dandy. I made out with him. And then I dropped him back off at his house. I got back to my house. He was like, I had a wonderful time with you, or I liked hanging out with you. I don't know the exact words, okay? But he said he liked hanging out with me. And yada yada yada. I text him the next day, and guess what, guys? Guess fucking what? A bitch got ghosted. Yeah. And then he says like 12 hours later, I'm just going through some stuff, which is fair. I'm not going to judge you for that. I be going through shit all the time. Half the time, every other weekend, I be having a mental break, low-key. I just had one a couple days ago, actually. So I get it. I do. But like, you had to make out with me to figure that out? I don't know. Just a bit confusing on my end personally. But I digress, and obviously like I don't hold any hard feelings. At the end of the day, no matter who you have always got to do what's best for you. And sometimes dating or seeing people or just hanging out with people can be hard and can take a toll on you. And you are always in the right if you want to distance yourself from somebody. So I'm not upset. I just find it a bit funny. But nothing but love for you. And I hope you're doing good. So, yes. Anyways, so that was my week. I feel like that was 2 weeks ago. Was it? No. Maybe it was. I don't freaking know. At this point, I don't know. I don't know at this point. But anyways, okay. Let's get into the actual episode. So, this week I've been thinking about a lot. I've been thinking about something that I feel like doesn't get talked about enough, And that is how hard it is to make ends meet as a college student. Actually, no, how hard it is to make ends meet as a regular person. Just in general, it's so freaking hard. And I feel like nobody talks about it enough. From a college kid standpoint, we have classes and textbooks, but newsflash, mommy and daddy can't always pay for everything. Yeah. Mommy and daddy can't drop 10 grand to get you through the year. Not for everybody. And this is in no way judging the people who have parents that help them out. Make sure you guys thank your parents because thank them. Sometimes some kids can't ask their parents for help. Not that their parents wouldn't help them, because trust me, their parents would help them in a heartbeat. They totally would. Mine totally would help me in a heartbeat if I really, truly needed it. But sometimes we feel a bit bad. We feel bad asking for them for money or asking for help. For me personally, I feel like a burden when I ask my mom or dad for money. So I try not to. This past month, when I needed a little extra help from my mom, I felt so awful asking her. I felt horrible. I hated it. And she looks at me and she says, Alyssa, I love you, and you know I'll help you out. She says, I know you'll pay me back eventually. But it still hurts. It still makes me feel like a horrible daughter for not being able to survive on my own. And I feel like a lot of people don't always see the struggle. They don't see the behind the scenes, the rent, the bills, the working multiple jobs, and all of that has a cost on your mental health too. So on top of all of those things, you're also trying to keep it all together all the time. So that's what I want to talk to you about. I want to be completely honest about what that looks like for me. As always, this is my opinion. And you could totally disagree with it, and that is totally okay. But as always, this is my opinion, but I feel like a lot of you guys might be able to relate to it. Gosh, English is so hard sometimes, guys. I know you understand. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Because this topic is important. I want people to understand the difficulties that people struggle. That not everybody is living the same lifestyle. And to give grace and to be kind for those who are going through a bit more financial struggles than you are. To maybe not brag, or not brag, but maybe to be more grateful. Because at the end of the day, when mom and dad help pay for everything, you should be grateful. Don't get butthurt because they're not going to pay for your groceries now. Some people don't have that. So, let's get into it. And as always, guys, just keep an open mind. And remember, it's my opinion. You don't have to disagree with it. You don't have to agree with it. You can disagree with it. And hey, you can always turn it off. But let's go. So, for me personally, the reason I have to juggle so much, or it feels like I have to juggle so much, is because I have a lot of things to afford. Like most people, like most college students, most adults, most anybody who's not living with their parents, or even if you live with your parents, actually, anybody, usually just anybody. We have rent. I have rent. I've got utilities. And as y'all know, I live in Arizona. Arizona is hot. Hot as heck. And on a good day, it's just hot. Yeah. So you can guarantee my AC is blasting 24/7. Currently, my AC is on and my fan. I'm trying to stay as cold as possible. So you know what that means? That means my electric bill is like $300. How fun. Okay, $300 is being dramatic. Last month, I think it was maybe like 150 or 200. I don't know, but that's still a lot. Yeah, it sucks. But hey, I love Arizona. I love it here. I got a pool. That's nice. I also have a car payment and car insurance, and I have to pay for gas or else my car won't move, and an oil change, or if anything's wrong with my car, I have to pay for that. Now, I love it. I love having my own car. I spent all summer last summer, working almost every freaking day to afford my car. Lightning is its name. It's a red Malibu. He's Gorgina, and he knows it. Eventually, he'll be pink. Fingers crossed. And he'll still be named Lightning. Why? Because it's my car, and I simply don't care. But Lightning is a bit expensive. Yeah. I didn't walk in to Chevy and say, hey, here's $26,000. Let me pay for it right now, all in cash. No, I wish I did that. But unfortunately, I didn't have $26,000 lying around. Most of us don't. Instead, I put down a down payment, as one does, hoped for the best with interest. Obviously, it was my first loan, so they were kind of like, let's see how this goes. And let's just say, my car payment is more than $200. Yeah. But hey, I love having a car. Last year I didn't, and that sucked. I also, as all humans on this earth, have to eat. Surprising, right? I know. I don't always starve myself, only when I don't have the money. Yeah, no, I do buy groceries, actually. And, I'm doing this thing called 75 Hard, and my diet is extra protein. 120 to 140 grams of protein to be exact. Yeah. Yeah. So, I have to eat a lot of protein. And when I'm struggling to hit a protein goal, you know what I have to do? I have to go to Circle K and buy those 42-gram Fairlife drinks. And guess who's going to be doing that later? Because guess who's nowhere near their protein goal? This girl. Because the protein I have only has 25 grams of protein in it. Yeah. Oh, I love it here. I also have a Misty. If you don't know what a Misty is, that's my dog. She's so Gorgina, and I love her so much. She never wants to be in any of the episodes because she's a bit camera shy, and she can only listen to me talk this loud, I think, for like a couple minutes until she gets bored and wants to leave. I love Misty. I've had her since I was 16 years old. She's my soul dog. Me and her, we like this. For real. That's my girl. But for anybody who has a dog, or a cat, or pets in general, animals are expensive. Very expensive. Not only do you have to feed them, you have to make sure they're healthy. Last month, she had an ear infection. Poor girl. We went to the vet for an ear infection. It was $300. Yeah. My pocket cried a little that day. $300 for an ear infection. People should really promote more getting animal insurance because I feel like I need it with her. Because sometimes I'd be worried about her health and about how she's doing, but I feel like I can't take her to the vet because what are they going to charge me with $1,000 lab? Bitch, what? Huh? Like, I think vet bills should be a bit cheaper because let's be real, we can't talk to our animals, so we don't even know what the F is going on with them. Give us some grace, please. But once again, I digress. I also, like most people, have subscriptions. I pay for Apple Music. I get the student discount, thank goodness. I also pay for Google One storage because I keep all my photos there, and extra iCloud storage because I have all Apple products. So my phone, my iPad, and my MacBook all using one iCloud account, I need extra storage. I need it. I used to also pay for Paramount Plus and HBO Max. Yeah, last month and this month was a real struggle, so I got rid of those subscriptions. Yeah, but I miss it. Oh, and for like a year, no, maybe like 2 years, I was paying for a Kindle subscription. I thought I canceled it a year ago. But every month when like $12 gets taken out of my account and I see Amazon Kindle, it also hurts my pockets. And last, but certainly not least, I pay for school. Now, okay, tuition's handled. With my dad being in the army, I'm blessed that I'm able to receive in-state tuition in Arizona. A huge blessing. I'm also blessed that I receive a lot of FAFSA. And I receive a lot of help from ASU. So, I do get tuition mostly covered. Well, no, I get tuition fully covered. But it doesn't cover textbooks. Doesn't cover any school supplies. It doesn't. And for all of you guys who have ever had to buy textbooks for a class, yeah. Sometimes they cost like $100 to $200 for a book. For a book that collects dust on your desk. Because let's be real, one, we're not lugging a textbook around school all day. Two, half the time when our professors say, make sure you read chapter 1, it's going to be in the quiz. Whatever was read in chapter 1 is not on the quiz. It's usually in the slides because they put it in there anyways. So why am I buying a textbook that I'm not even going to really need? Make it make sense, professors. Like, please, if you're going to really force me to buy this textbook, or the professors that charge it to your student account because they just can, I love you guys, and I just hope you have the best life ever. I love it. Because you charged a textbook to my account that, guess what? I read it 5 times, probably, and it was probably the same chapter that I read all 5 times, and you saying, make sure you read the textbook. It's going to be in the exam, or it's going to be on the midterm, it's going to be on the quiz. It's not. It never is. And if it so happens to be on an exam or a quiz I take, you know what I do? I say, okay, God, if it's A, make me want to crack my thumb or my knuckle. If it's B, make me want to pop my shoulder. C, make me want to crack my neck. D, crack my other shoulder. E, make my leg get itchy. That's what I do if I really don't know. I'm truly trusting the Lord in that. And hey, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff on my plate. And this is in no way me, I mean, it is a bit complaining, I'll be honest. But I want you guys to think of it more as just me bringing awareness. Because it's not just me who has to pay for this. Sometimes there are people who don't have it as good as me when it comes to tuition. They have to pay for that out of pocket. And I'm so sorry for that. I truly am. I wish schools did a better job at making college affordable. I truly wish they did. Some people don't have to worry about rent, but they still have a car payment to make, and that can be hard. It can be. So this juggling different things may not be exactly the same, but sometimes it can look very similar. For me, what juggling actually looks like is working multiple jobs. Today, I just finished filling out the paperwork for my 3rd job. No, I didn't stutter. Yes, I have 3 jobs. And all 3 of them are very different. I work as a hostess at one, I work in retail at the other, and I work as a server at the other one. So not completely different, the host and the server. It's still in the restaurant business, but still, it's not the exact same job all 3 times. Don't get me wrong, I love it because I love making money, but having 3 jobs, that's a lot of schedule work. Oh, I want to work these days here, but I have to make sure I'm off those days at that job. But serving, I feel like I'd make more money, so I feel like I should work night shifts here, but I don't want them to think that I can't work nights there. It's a lot. And it can get really frustrating really quickly. And I barely just picked up the 3rd job. When school starts, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to quit one because 3 jobs plus work, plus school, plus my internship, yeah, no. I choose my mental health every time. So no, 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 no. For me, juggling that long list of bills or long list of expenses also looks like forgetting things. I'm already super forgetful, but when you add on the fact that I have a lot of things to do, yeah, my forgetfulness increases by like 100%. And most of the time, it's usually the important things. It's my mom saying, Alyssa, you should apply to this event. You'll get paid money. And I say, okay, mom. A week later, she says, did you apply? No, I forgot. Or it also looks like not texting people back. I promise I'm a great texter, but sometimes I just get busy and I forget. I love you guys, and I'm sorry. And during school, sometimes that looks like homework. I never not turn anything in because nobody allows late assignments. But sometimes I do forget about it till the very last minute, and then I'm rushing to get it in. And now, guess what? That's not my best work that they're going to get. It also, for me, creates unhealthy nutritional meals or unhealthy nutritional habits. Sometimes, okay, a lot of the time, I miss meals. I skip breakfast, I skip lunch, and sometimes I'll eat dinner. And by eat dinner, I mean a protein shake. 25 grams of protein, like I said. So that's not a lot. Now, right now, obviously, because I'm doing 75 hard, I'm forced to eat every meal, which is very good. But that hasn't always been the case. I also, during school especially, I'm running on energy drinks. I'm doing a full day of school, and then I'm interning, and then I have homework. It's a lot. Sometimes I go through 2 to 3 energy drinks a week, which doesn't seem bad, but that's also not the healthiest thing in the world. And because I'm missing meals, I've gotten into the habit that I always need a snack. I think snacking will help me feel full. Newsflash, it doesn't. It doesn't make me feel full. If anything, I snack and then I feel like a pig. Yeah. It makes me feel worse about myself and worse about my body. So it sucks. And that's how it looks like for me. But for other people, it can look completely different. It all depends on you and your lifestyle. But once again, I think for a lot of us who are in this juggling act, it impacts something very important. It impacts our mental health. And now, if you guys know me personally, you know that I am a huge mental health advocate. Mental health is my thing. As somebody who struggled it throughout her whole life, which, trust me, we'll get into that one day. But I didn't want episode 3 to be this really, really deep one. I wanted it to be a little bit on the lighter side. And yes, I know that I'm complaining a lot. But give me a second. It gets better, okay? Anyways, back to mental health. This list of things that I've just told you guys, it impacts your mental health. It impacts mine. It's impacted mine. And as somebody who, like I said, already has very fragile mental health, a very fragile state of mind, it can have a pretty big effect. What is this? Sorry. I saw that like gray dash in the camera and I was like, what the heck is that? I'm trying to get like comfortable. It's a bit cold because, I keep the AC blasting. Anyways, okay. For me, for starters, it leads to a lot of stress. And as we know, stress is not good for us. It stress can induce weight gain, it can cause acne, it can cause digestive issues, it can cause hair loss, it can cause sleep problems, it can if you're a woman, it can affect when your period comes, which creates more stress. Stress just isn't healthy. But when you have so many things going on, it's kind of inevitable. You know, it's hard to sit there and really be like, oh, well, I might have like 20 different things going on, but like I can guarantee I'm not going to stress out about anything. And okay, if you're that type of person, I envy you and I'm jealous and teach me your ways. Please. Please, I'm begging you, girl. But excuse me. Most of the time, it's not like that. Okay? Also, if you're like me, you have little time for yourself. There is no such thing as me time. You're always on the go, go, go. And when there is a time for you to rest and just relax, at least for me, I just sit on my phone and I just doom scroll, which I know isn't me time. Sorry, guys. It's a bit early, so I'm kind of tired. But I know, like, it's not me time. And as we covered in episode 1, being constantly en- enveloped and you guys know what I'm talking about, right? I think so. Constantly being on social media doesn't always have the most positive effect. It doesn't. So you're already stressed, you're trying to relax, so you go on social media to doom scroll, and then you're seeing people be productive and do things and like live their life, and you're like, oh my God, and now you're spiraling. So social media isn't me time. It's probably worse, actually. And if it's not worse, well, you know what's worse? Burnout. Burnout is when you're just exhausted. You're tired. You've done so much and you are just extremely exhausted from, guess what? Doing so much. And that happens. Because here you are working 3 jobs, trying to make sure you're able to live, and you're working your butt off. Eventually, you're going to burn out. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, you do. You do burn out. And then once you've hit this burnout, nothing brings you joy anymore. Nothing. You don't want to doom scroll. You don't want to shower. You don't want to do anything because now you're just there and you're just existing. It also can make you more anxious. It's made me more anxious. Constantly being worried about what I have to get done or what I have to pay for. It's like a big like storm cloud over my head and it sucks. It sucks living in this constant like anxiety like bubble when I get like that. I mean, it's hard. And this isn't even like when school starts. When school starts, and I'm both a student and a worker, like many people are, it can be even harder. I know we've all been there where after work or before work, we're rushing to get assignments done because we've forgotten about them and we're waiting to do them till the last minute. And that also leads to anxiety. That also creates anxiety because you're like, what if I don't get it turned in time? What if I forget something? What if I'm not reading it right? What if my professor doesn't accept it because I turned it in at 12:01 and not 11:59? Yeah. 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 And unfortunately, it can also make you feel lonely. Being both a student and a worker can be lonely sometimes. It can sometimes feel like you're the only one living this way. At least that's how it's felt for me. Sometimes the people here in Arizona, when I express how tired I am of working and how, oh my God, I have to afford this, I have to afford that, and they try to relate, it's more like, I know my mom and dad paid my rent this month and they helped with this and that. So, like, if I ask them for grocery money, like, ugh. And it's like, I know you're trying to understand where I'm coming from, but let's be real, you don't get it. And not everybody does, and that's totally fine. Not everybody has to, and that's also totally fine. I'm not hating on people who don't, because I also have a family who is a big support system and supports me when they can. Okay, no, they support me. That sounded horrible. My family supports me 24/7, 365, and on leap years, 366. They support me all the time. But I'm the type of person who won't ask for help all the time. So, I mean, maybe it is my own fault. Maybe. But it also depends on your family and the lives. My parents are single parents. And they've got their own life going on. They both take care of my little sister still. So sometimes it feels hard asking them for help. It feels forbidden. I have an older sister, but I don't know, I'm not going to ask her for help because also it's not her job. She's my sister, you know? I mean, trust me, if I like texted her and was like, hey, do you think you can shoot me $20 or something? I'm pretty sure she'd send it. I hope she'd send it. But it's like, it's one of those things where maybe it's because I have too much of an ego. Call it what you want. But I feel bad. For people like me, it's hard to ask for help. If you are similar, then I know you understand what I'm talking about. It can be really, really hard to sit there and ask people for help, especially when it comes to financial help. That is my least favorite type of help to ask for. I hate it. I'd rather get a paper cut underneath my nail than ask for help. I'm just so independent that it just feels like it just feels like I'm a failure if I ask for help. But speaking of that, even though I just ranted for 33 minutes about how my life sucks financially, just kidding, I didn't. It actually doesn't suck. Because I've also learned so many amazing things. For starters, I know how to be financially independent. Or at least I'm working these hours and working those jobs and all of the things that I'm doing, it leads to learning how to be financially independent. It teaches you how to not depend on others. It teaches you that you've got it, that you can do it. And that's a pretty great feeling. Also, something I did just talk about is how I feel so dependent. I've learned that no matter how independent, I said I'm so dependent. I'm so independent. No matter how independent I am and how I feel so bad asking for help, I've also been able to learn that I have so many people in my corner. I have coworkers and I have friends and I have families, and all of these people are so, so, so willing to help me out if I need it. And I've started to be able to feel okay with asking for help. I've started to feel more comfortable with asking people for help. It doesn't give me this like gross, nasty, I want to throw up feeling anymore. It doesn't give me this feeling of embarrassment because I'm asking for help when it comes to things. It doesn't. Not anymore. It's trusting that the people who love me and support me will support me through anything. Even if it's financial. they're going to have my back. And it's okay to ask for help if you need it. I want to make that crystal freaking clear. Asking for help does not mean you are weak. It doesn't. Everybody asks for help sometimes. And it is okay if you need it. Everybody needs it. You are not the only one who needs a little bit of help every now and again. Trust me. And if you need the reminder, just DM me or text me or something, and I'll let you know. I ask for help all the time now. All the time. I've also learned how to budget. Sometimes, not all the time. My mom could probably come on here and tell you that Alyssa isn't the best budgeter. Is budgeter a word? I don't know. Alyssa isn't the best at budgeting, but I know how to do it. Somewhat. I'm still learning and I'm still getting better at it, but the knowledge of it is there. So when I'm making this money or I have that forever job, I don't go spending my money all willy-nilly. I can't believe I just fucking said that. I don't go just blowing my money on everything. I budget and I learn how to save. Also, it has taught me how to save my money. And what to put money towards and what not to put money towards. I shouldn't be eating out all the time. I can cook. It's taught me that too. It's also taught me how to manage my time. I am not the best time management person. My mother can definitely, and my father probably, everybody in my family can contest to that Alyssa does not know how to manage her time properly. Yeah. It has helped me get better at it because I have to have a schedule so everything can work and everything can flow. And so guess what? I protect my peace and I protect my mental health. And speaking of mental health, my biggest takeaway probably, and I want you to take away this too, is nothing is ever worth your mental health. It's never worth your peace. Nothing will ever be worth that. Your mental health and your peace should always be priority. Always. If something is causing you to struggle mentally, to become more anxious, to become more stressed, take a step back and reevaluate it. Just reevaluate it. Because guess what, babe? It's not worth it if it's causing you so much stress and anxiety and it's making you feel burnt out and it's making you hate your life. It's not. Nothing is ever worth your peace. And that is something I've learned. I've learned that if it is out of my control, which sometimes it is, then to walk away. You better do the same exact thing, ma'am. So, with all of that being said, as always, that was a lot. 38 minutes of just yapping. But I have a takeaway. The one thing I hope you take away, if you don't take away anything at all. For me, the broke college student life, it taught me a lot. It's teaching me a lot. It's taught me balance, boundaries, and about burnout. It's taught me how to balance the things that I want in my life, the things that are important to me. It's taught me to say no to the things that I don't want, to have boundaries with people, with my job, with my friends, with everything. And it's also taught me how to identify the signs of burnout, how to identify when I'm getting close to burnout, and if I am burnt out, what to do. For me, I pop on that movie Cars. I cried out to Cars. I eat some ice cream, and I just relax. But that looks different for everybody. I just want you to never, ever, ever forget that your mental health matters more than anything, any paycheck or any assignment. It matters more than that. So taking a breath and taking a break and pausing on things is perfectly normal and totally okay. It's also okay to ask for help. When we struggle, it's hard too. We don't want to seem weak or a burden, but ask for help. You have the people that are willing to do that. And like I mentioned in episode 1, it's okay to not have it all together. Nobody does realistically. Everybody struggles somewhere. So having it not all together is kind of the point of life, right? I mean, I said it in episode 1, I think. And if not, I'll just say it here. Actually, I don't think I said it. Nobody is perfect and nobody's life is perfect. Meaning, you're not going to have it all together all the time. Life is going to suck. Things will hit the fan. Shit'll get crazy every now and again. And that's fine. That's okay, because guess what? That's life. Life is messy and it's chaotic, and that's what makes it beautiful. That's what makes it worth our time. That's what makes life worth living, is the fact that it's a chaotic mess half the time. Because guess what? You'll have so many things to tell your kids when you're older. I mean, what do I know though? I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl with a mic, and I'm just a yapper. But that's all for now. However, before we leave, before you guys go on to do whatever you got going on, I have 2 favors I want to ask you. The first one, if hearing this made you feel even a little bit less alone, share it with somebody who might need that, who might need this too. And also let them know that they're doing amazing. Everybody needs the reminder every now and again. Trust me, you're doing amazing. Those 3 words can change lives. Favor number 2, if you guys would be so inclined, and I would absolutely greatly appreciate it, and I don't want this to sound like every other YouTuber, but I would truly, truly appreciate it if you guys rated it, liked it, commented, or subscribed, or followed, because that truly means the world to me. But until then, I will catch you guys next Wednesday. Drink your water, get your rest, and as always, do something that makes you happy. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Later, skaters!